So if you're a developer or a content author, this reel might resolve your biggest frustration. So over here, you can see that I'm having a JSON which is coming from my backend CMS in shape of title, description, and image. And as a developer, I'm using this data to just headlessly render this data on my front end with this structure right over here. Everything looks good, but the problem will arise when one of the content authors or the designer come in and say that they might want to change this image, they might want to change the font size of the title, or maybe the font size of the paragraph or the color of the paragraph. And that's, as a developer, you realize that for every change being requested, you have to go and just change the code and then redeploy your application. And as a content author, you see that for every style change, you have to bring in your developer and request him to make the changes. But this is not the case with dotCMS content style editor. So for implementing content style editor, all you have to do is to just provide the schema for the content style editor and just provide the fields which you want your content authors to change. In my case, I'm just defining the schema for my hero card component and telling that they will be having an input field in which they can go and change the font size of the paragraph. So once you have defined your schema right over here, all you have to do is to just go to your main entry point of your page component and just register that schema right over here. You can see that I'm registering it right over here. And once that is registered, all you have to do is to just go to your, I would say, hero component. And inside your hero component right over here, you can see that from dotCMS, you will get this dot style properties right over here, by which you can go and extract the styles coming from dotCMS with the same ID you have defined while defining your schema. And then you can just use that styles and construct the object and then just use those styles on the paragraph right over here. So that's how simple it is to use the content style editor. And now for the moment of truth, if you come to your UV right over here, and if you just scroll down to your hero card component, which is having your image, title, and paragraph, and if you just click on this style editor thing, you can see a panel will pop up with the section you have defined, which is of type typography. And then over here, you have to define your font size. The default is 14, but if let's say my content author changed this to 20 and press enter, you can see that real time my font is being updated. And if we just collapse this thing, now you can see the font size for my paragraph has been changed. So that's how you are giving your content authors and designers the power to change your content style at runtime without redeploying your front end. And to just know more about the content style editor, if you come over here and if you just click on this component right over here, the style editor of this component is having a lot more. You're having typography, you are having layout sections, you have your buttons, you have a lot more to play with. So over here, you can use, different inputs, you can use checkboxes, you can even use some radio buttons and a lot more. So this is the power of your content style editor presented by dotCMS.